What's going on, everybody? Justin here. The Winds of Change is the channel name. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate everybody checking out the channel, stopping by to see what I have to say, and hopefully it helps some of y'all find some stuff to make some money on Amazon FBA. That is primarily what we do on this channel, and I'm glad that you guys are coming along for the ride. That being said, let's take a look at a particular category that is sort of an area of contention, right? Either some people really, really love it, or some people really, really stay away from it. And that category is shoes. This video is not going to be a full-on why you should sell shoes on Amazon or why you should not sell shoes on Amazon. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to get into some deep, deep stuff about selling shoes, right? Because selling shoes is a little bit of an advanced seller method on Amazon. There's a lot of different things you have to look at besides running a UPC and then seeing if it's profitable. You've got different sizes that run out of stock that shoot the prices up, or they just vary by price per size anyway. You've got people who are wearing these things who they may not be comfortable for. They may not fit. They may not match the description the way that the people who are buying them are thinking. So there's a lot of reasons for returns for shoes, and there's a lot more that goes into making a good shoe buying decision than just, oh, this makes money, I'm going to send it in. So we're not going to get into that today, but I am going to show you one item that I sold that made me some really killer money. As a matter of fact, I made a video outsourcing when I picked this up, and I'll leave that down in this description below. And if you check that out, you'll see quite a bit of things that I picked up that day. But these shoes were a highlight of it. I wasn't sure they were going to sell for like how much they actually sold for. So I was glad when they did. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Inventory Lab sale so y'all can see I'm not just fronting, right? Like I actually sold this item. So let's take a look and I'll show you exactly what it was and what I made from it. Okay, so here is the Inventory Lab sale. I sold it on 3/13. Oh, here it is, right here. Puma women's Sea Ray sneaker, black and white. This is what it looks like right here. We'll look at that in a second. So this was picked up at Marshall's. I paid $29 for it. I did use my tax exempt business certificate, so I paid $29 flat. This is the ASIN, shipped the same day it sold, Amazon FBA. Look how much this sold for. It sold for $118.57. So I paid $29 for it. Amazon referral fee was $18. FBA fulfillment fee was $6.43. Total $53.22 were the fees. So you take $118.57 minus the fees, and here's your profit right here. Boom, $65.35. One pair of shoes, I paid $29, sold them super quick, and made $65. That's insane, right? That's why shoes are recommended to sell by a lot of people, because the profits can be super high. On the other end of that, they can be super low, right? And that'd be it for another video. But in this case, we got some shoes that sold for super high. So why did they sell for that much? Let's take a look. Okay, here's the shoes. If you look at the rank, it's 194,000. And now for shoes, that can be a little high. Some time ago, Amazon actually took their shoes and their clothing and put them all together in the same category. So it used to be the shoe category and then the clothing category. So the rank would have been needed to be a lot lower to be a good sales rank, but they put them all together. So now it's shoes and clothes, which gives you a total overall amount of items in that category. So which raises the sales rank to where a good sales rank can be a little bit higher. 200,000, still not something that I would go full in on, but for an item like this where you're paying 29, the profits are going to be really big, then I would do it. So let's see why this sold for this much. By the way, here is a Reselling. It's an add-on that goes through all of this stuff here. So you can put in 29. We'll get your numlock off. Put in 29. And it'll tell you right now you would make $57. So I sold them for a little bit higher. But let's check this out. Here's the Keepa graph. If you're not familiar with Keepa graphs, you need to be. If you're not a subscriber of Keepa, you need to be. This green line is the sales rank. So every time the sales rank goes down, it's at least one sale, right? it gets closer to the top of being the #1 seller. So all these down dips, it is selling, and this is the last 3 months. So it's selling pretty steadily. I mean, they're not flying off the shelves, but look at this. In the last month, we're selling several. Okay, so that's one good thing. You look at this, say, hey, this is going to sell. This is going to sell. And is it going to sell for the price that I want? Well, let's look. This top graph here, this blue line, this is how much it has been in the past. So January, these things were selling for $60. Okay. And if you look at the, let's just look at the whole year. Yeah, so here, look. So the whole year, January, February, 60, 60, 60, 60. Then you get into here, where there's the orange. This means that Amazon was on the listing. And Amazon had the buy box, it looks like, and they were selling it for like around $50. Then all of a sudden, we come up here to February of 2022, and they're selling for $128. And look, I mean, this thing almost tripled in price, but people are still buying them. You can see here that they were out of stock for a little bit, but people are still buying these things at this higher price. Down here's how many people had them in stock, right? It was 1, 2, 3 people in stock. So this is good, right? This is why I picked up this shoe, because even though the price shot up, there are very little sellers on here. So it's not readily available, which when something's not readily available, the price goes up, right? So this size 8 shoe specifically, the price was not astronomical for the lack of inventory, right? So people were willing to pay this price to get this shoe. Let's look at some of the other sizes. Let's see if this shoe in all the other sizes is selling for the same price. We can go to Variation Tracker. This is something that Reselling provides. If you don't have Reselling, then you can just scroll through the different sizes. But this will tell you all the different colors and sizes and the offers that they have. So you got a white and aqua marine bay selling for $113. The white and puma gold selling for $70. Pink dogwood puma white selling for $72. So this shoe is actually selling for a higher amount on a lot of the items. So I'm not sure why that is. I haven't done any research. Maybe this is a sneaker that's not, that they stopped making or that's not readily available, right? Because you got the size 9 here. It's not even in stock. But if you go down here, the size 9, the last time it was selling for was $54. Okay, so clearly the size 8 is more popular because people are not buying this size 9 for as much. Or maybe it's not even more popular. Maybe just nobody decided to spike the price. Because this is the same scenario, right? There's only like 2 sellers on this size 9. It's selling for $54. Amazon's not on it. I mean, right now, they're sold out. I bet if we got a pair of shoes like this in size 9 and we listed them, we could list these things for over $100 and people would buy them, right? Because this graph looks the same as the size 8. And then the size 8 went out of stock, then they came back in at a higher price. Size 10, see if they even got a size 10. No, see the size 10 is selling for $60. So that's why I'm saying that shoes are a little bit more of an advanced sort of like thing to sell on Amazon. And by advanced, I don't mean super hard and not everybody can do it. Anybody can do this. It just requires a little bit more research. So if you find that size 8 and you think, oh man, I'm going to make 50, 60 bucks on this. And so you just clear out the whole row of Marshalls, right? I got these in Marshalls. Oh, size 8's good. Clearly this item's doing well. I'm just going to grab the whole stack, size 8, 7, 9, 10, whatever. And then you go through them later. You do your research afterwards and you find out, oh, well, the size 8's doing well, but the size, size 9, or I'm sorry, the size 10 or whatever it is selling for a lot less. Then you're going to be in a position where you have to return the items like a tool because you didn't do your research, or put them on there, make less profit, or you hold out and see if something changes and if you could raise the price. So when you're selling shoes, it's best to do the research up front, but it can be totally worth it. If there would have been more of these shoes, say if there would have been like 4 or 5, I would have got 4 or 5 of them, right? I'm not sure I would have went super deep, honestly. I mean, hindsight now, we can look back and say, man, I made $65 on those. If I would have got 10 of them, that would have been like $600 plus, right? But no sale is ever guaranteed. So I can't even tell you like with all that information that I would have cleared them out if they would have had like 10 or 20 of them, right? Probably would have depended on how I was feeling that day. Maybe if I wasn't finding a lot of stuff, I would have went all out on it, but who knows? There's a lot of stuff that goes into that decision-making process. I just wanted to show you all today sort of, one, that shoes can be profitable. Two, that you have to do a little bit of research. Three is that if you're out there, you can find stuff. Take a risk, take a chance, send it in, see what happens. In this case, it turned out well for me. So keep hustling, keep getting it. If you're not selling shoes, I recommend you add them to what you are selling. And until next time, keep pushing to reach your goals. And I'll see you guys later.